Law Library, let's go.
Good morning. It's Law Library episode number 30. It's Talk Tuesday on Law Library. I'm Sean Callagy and it's December 15th, 2015. Good morning. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the process. And by the way, check out Why Not today. It's Why Not Agree is today's topic. And today's topic for Law Library TV is Why Not Break It Down? Why not break it down? So if you're in business, lawyer, client, whatever the situation is, here is an amazingly seems to be my word of the day. I don't know why I've said it about 10 times this morning. But this is a tremendous opportunity to move forward in negotiations when they begin to break down and you're having some type of logjam. When people are negotiating in bad faith, which happens almost on a daily basis in the business world and in the legal profession for sure, they're really lying. There's an integrity gap in the situation, right? So for example, if I said to you, hey, the number $2 million is fair to settle this dispute. Well, what should you do? You should question your way into it and break it down. Because if people are being unreasonable, or if they're being completely reasonable in their own mind, but unreasonable objectively, and they just believe they're being reasonable because of a subjective error that they're making, you can either correct the integrity breach or the subjective error they're making through effective questioning. And that questioning says something like, okay, great, you think it's $2 million. Now, which is more effective to go, $2 million? That's ridiculous. Maybe you want to say that at the outset, at least to match and mirror at some level some of the energy and the issues that are occurring. But is that going to get you to a resolution? It may make your client feel, oh, my lawyer's tough. Really, is your lawyer tough? Is your lawyer effectively getting you somewhere? Or is your lawyer buying you more legal bills by saying $2 million is ridiculous and making you feel somehow that you're being protected and he's being or she's being aggressive? I'll share with you that technique may be important for matching and mirroring perspective to gain rapport, which is a topic for a different day, but it is not going to get the matter resolved. And certainly it's not going to get the matter resolved in business. So what we need to do is effectively question into the situation and ask people questions like, well, okay, you're saying $2 million. What comprises the $2 million? What comprises that? Why do you think that? How is that fair? All open-ended questions initially. Ask people questions that are who, what, when, where, why, how, for the initial stage of breaking it down. You hear all of their thinking, you hear how they came to that point, and they establish a record. By the way, it's a tremendously important, effective deposition technique as well. The second round then is to ask more closed-ended questions. So wait, if you're saying that my client owes you $178,000 for those computers, where are the receipts? Right? That's a closed-ended question, or it's an open-ended question. They go, we don't have them because it's sort of rhetorical. And you could say, so $178,000, can we agree? You can't prove that, right? That's a closed-ended question. So you begin to, first you have the open-ended questions globally, and then you begin to ask the effective, very pointed closed-ended questions to break down the other person's logic. And notice, I'm not making affirmative statements. I'm not going, so you can't prove the $178,000. I guess that's a question, but it's more of a statement, right? And it's aggressive. You can ask questions in a rapport-filled, open-ended way. And by the way, people do like to tell the truth inherent inside, right? People lie all the time, but there's this amazing need internally to feel like they're telling the truth. So you'll know you're getting towards either their integrity breaches or they're subjectively off when they start to become uncomfortable and don't want to ask the questions. At this point, becoming aggressive is the worst thing that you can do. Why? Because you want to continue to have rapport with the other person and have them honestly answering your questions and moving the process forward. It's an amazing approach to resolving conflict in a totally integrity-filled way because most conflict flows from a fundamental misunderstanding or from an integrity breach. Either way, open-ended to closed-ended questions, breaking down the position of the other person and not breaking it down, what I'm saying, in a manipulative way, in a genuine and open way, leads to resolution. Hey, it's Talk Tuesday. Think about your talk. Check out Why Not today. We talked about the role of ego and how it impedes our progress in optimizing our communication skill sets. Have an amazing Talk Tuesday. Thanks. I'm Sean Callagy.